Now, almost everybody and their mama heard Miss Barker say nasty with a Pucci outfit. But who is Pucci? My name's Mariah. If you like random facts about random things, hit the follow button. Now let me cook. Emilio Pucci, the fashion trailblazer himself, whose designs lit up the 60s with his geometric and kaleidoscopic patterns. Originating from Naples, Italy, he was born on November 20th of 1914 and was born of noble heritage. He was an Italian marquis. He was right above a count, but right below a duke, so he had great societal rank. He became known as the Prince of Prince, who actually had an accidental start into fashion. You see, Pucci was actually an expert skier. He was so good that he was invited to represent Italy in the 1932 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid, New York, United States. Now fast forward to 1935, where he returns back to the States and enrolls in the University of Georgia and becomes a Bulldog. However, Pucci was not fond of the intellectual environment of the university, so he explored his options. But Pucci has a problem. He realizes that he has been cut off financially from his family due to the chaos happening in Europe. So what do we all do whenever we get stressed and depressed? We take a trip. Pucci decided to take a load off and ski through the slopes of Mount Hood in Oregon, when all of a sudden he got the bright idea to stop by the office of President Dexter Keyser at Reed College in Portland, Oregon. Now hang on, this is important. Pucci fell in love with the college, but he had no way of funding his tuition. So President Keyser cut him a deal. He said, if you start a ski team and coach it, I will pay for your tuition, room, and board. And Pucci said, consider it done. And what did that lead to? Pucci designing their first ski uniforms. And really quick, this is the same college that Steve Jobs was in love with and only attended for one semester before dropping out, but he continued to sit in the classes, and these were the classes that helped him to design the typography in the Mac. Now, how fabulous is that? Fast forward to 1947, and this is where things really start to take off. Harper's Bazaar gets wind of Pucci and decides to photograph some of his ski outfits that he made for a friend. They feature him in a spread, and it goes viral. Pucci became so hot that he had to start a clothing company. By 1950, he had started his own boutique on the island of Capri. Pucci became even more popular when celebrities like Marilyn Monroe began to wear it. And she loved Pucci so much that they laid her to rest in a green Pucci dress. Pucci was also loved by Jackie Kennedy and Elizabeth Taylor. Unfortunately, Pucci passes on November 29th of 1992, but his legacy still lives on. Now, outside of being a fashion mogul, he also accomplished many other things, including obtaining a political science doctorate degree and becoming an Air Force bomber pilot. Now, Pucci is led by creative director Camille Micheli, who is staying true to the brand's commitment to movement and season fluidity. Pucci still remains a brand loved by celebrities and is worn by Beyonce, Cardi B, Emma Myers, Future, Ice Spice, and even Gunna. What was your favorite fact? Did I miss anything? Do you have any suggestions? Drop it in the comments below. See you next time.